Hey, how's it going today? We are back. Okay, I'll stop. We're back in Willow Creek today, and we're gonna meet a brand new family. One of the Sims you have already met before, way long ago if you have been here from the beginning. So, without further ado, let's jump into build mode. Well, let's jump into live mode and we will meet the new Sim. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so here we are. This is the Woodard family. Now, it's only funny because we've already met the Woodard family, except for this is an extension of the first Woodard family. And I think that was one of my very first families that I introduced in, on my channel. So, of course, if you have stuck around from the beginning, you have already met the very handsome Mr. Alfonso Woodard Jr. And he goes by Fonzo. And he is the eldest son of the Woodard family. And yeah, I mean, pretty much we'll just go through all the things about them. Currently he's in the military career. He is a lieutenant colonel. And yeah, I mean, he's kind of a well-rounded Sim, if you can see like all of this stuff. He does have a history degree from university as well, and he's just pretty much good at everything. Everything that he does, he's pretty good at. I mean, I guess save for like dancing. No, I think that's like one of the higher you can get is dancing. I think dancing is like 5 is the max. So yeah, he's pretty good at that too. So he's pretty good at everything that he does. I think he's kind of one of those guys that if he puts his mind to it, he can do pretty much anything. So that's nice. All right. Yeah, it's nice today again. So just fair warning, we have motorcycles everywhere. But yeah, so you can see this is also Christina Joy's brother. So yeah, and then we'll meet Jamal later on. We'll be doing his home, but yeah, so that's who, like the Feldman house. That's the house we just finished. This is her older brother, and I mean, yep, he's got all these medals and things like that from his career in the military. And his traits are he's family oriented. He's a bro. He's gregarious because he's very outgoing. This entire family is very outgoing, just like the previous, like his parents, the Woodard family, outgoing and cheerful. That's a newer trait that he's just picked up because he's just like happy all the time. I think he's just really happy with his life, and we're gonna kind of see the people around him and maybe why he feels that way. So we'll go on to the next Sim. We'll go actually to this one. This Sim is Rose Melvin, and Rose is Fonzo's mother-in-law, and she was an art teacher. But she's now retired. In fact, that reflects in her panel here. Yep, her life, kind of like what is this called? I forget. Memories. I don't know. This thing. Milestones. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, so she's retired, and she was married quite a long time ago, and she had a few kids, but early on her husband died. And actually this obviously is her daughter, and her daughter never actually got to meet her dad because he passed away just before she was born. So it's very sad, but she doesn't really know the difference. So Rose was very hardworking, bringing up a bunch of kids. Obviously Justina, we haven't met her yet, but the daughter, she was the youngest, and she had quite a bit of a handful, trying to do full career and trying to have, I think it was like 3 or 4 kids. I don't remember. I've got the other siblings in my saved gallery, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, her skills, as you can see here, she's pretty good at most things, very good at dancing. Yeah. So Rose used to she was like captain of, or like the leader of like her daughters and her kids' is like drill team and just like that, always doing some kind of dancing on the side. She was that kind of lady, always singing, dancing in church. She's like the all-around mom. She can cook, she can do it all. She is, sorry, this is all over the place. She's family oriented, neat. She keeps a tight ship. We'll just say that. Like, she's not going to play with there being clutter and mess in the house, Mr. Kearns. And she's wise and domestic. So she is all about her family. She actually moved in with them because, I don't know if you noticed, but we've got 2 sets of twins here. So that's a lot of kids. Yeah, so that is Miss Rose Melvin. So we're going to go next to the next adult sim. This is Justina Woodard. Justina is a stay-at-home mom. However, she used to also be in the military career. So she did give up her career once she had the first set of twins. And she doesn't regret it, I don't think. But I think it's one of those things now where before it was just the 2 of them, you know, and then you have like, oh, we're pregnant, yay, and then it's like it's twins, yay, and then that's all down, and then you have another pregnancy and you find out it's twins again. So I think she's just got like her hands full, but I think she's taking it in stride, you know. So, Justina, here are her skills. She was captain of the dance team or the drill team. She was. In college, she was probably in all the dance classes and things like that. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Rose, Justina's mom, she also has a university. She has an economics degree. So she's got a degree as well. All of these Sims have gone to university and have a degree. Both Justina and Fonzo have history degrees because that helps with military degree. She was pretty high up there before she quit to be a stay-at-home mom. And these are her skills. Very good at bowling, parenting, like one Salvadorian culture point. It's so odd. But yeah, music, cooking, painting. She's pretty good at that since her mom was an art teacher, and surprisingly pretty good at programming and research and debate. I think that she's just very smart and capable. I mean, that's why they're a couple, you know? So yeah, logic super high. Yes, she is, she's a catch. She's the prize. And her traits, she's family oriented, cheerful, she's a foodie, she loves to cook. So here's the thing. Fonzo is also a very good cook if you look at his skills because he grew up in his mom's restaurant. So gourmet cooking, regular home style cooking, he is, I believe it's both 8 on both of those. Yeah, but she does not care about that. She is a better cook, she thinks, and she is technically in her cooking skills. And she does all the cooking. So in the house, no, I don't think he minds, but I think it's one of those things where maybe on the weekends when he's home and he doesn't have to work or something, and I don't know, maybe he has to go off sometimes, so maybe he doesn't see them for like a couple weeks at a time for work or something, since he is a military officer. Maybe like when he is home on the weekends or something, he likes to cook breakfast for the kids or something, like pancakes or French toast or whatever. So that is the adults down. Now we have Maxwell Woodard, and he goes by Max, of course. These kids are basically like little active beasts. He loves sports. He has high confidence. It feels like every kid in this Woodard family, like offshoot, they have like a competitive edge to them, or like they're very confident in some way, and not in a bad way. And as you can see, the two twin boys, they have red hair like their mother. And we have this guy. This is Marcus Woodard. So Maxwell and Marcus. We got Max and Mark. And he is outgoing, same high confidence. And yeah, they're just a little chip off the old block from Fonzo, you know. And then we have Anya. Anya's a charmer. She loves water and she has a good appetite. So she's one of the female twins, a little toddler. And then we have, that's right, I named them Anya and Ayana. So I had to do it to him. So I am black, and my family and like in my family. And so I don't know if you know this about Black folks, but we have to, if we have twins, we have to have like matching names, you know, like M and M and A and whatever. I'm just saying that it happens a lot. Okay. So we have Ayana and Anaya. It's been a while since I made these characters, so I'm kind of laughing at myself for that. But she is angelic, of course, easygoing, you know. She loves water like her sister, but she is a bit of a picky eater. So while we have one with a good appetite, we have one that is a little bit of a picky eater. That's okay. And she also loves to be carried. I mean, who doesn't? Right, Ayana? Yeah, so that is the Woodard family, and I'm excited because what I've got in mind for this house is, and it might take me a while to kind of build everything up, but I've been looking at brand new construction homes, like real pictures of those, and that's kind of what I want for them. I want it to be like with their combined incomes, they have a giant new construction house, and I would like to put a mother-in-law suite onto this house as well, just to give Rose her own little piece. I'll definitely be working on that. So in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and get into build mode, and we will start to kind of get a little bit of a jump on this, but we're not going to be able to get much done today just because I wanted to introduce all of these wonderful characters. So give me just a moment and we'll get into build mode, and I will see you in a bit. All right, so here we are in build mode, and just to give you a rundown on what we're dealing with here. This is a 40 by 30 lot, and I am right next to the goth house, which I do not think will be staying the goth house for very long, but we shall see. Right next door, we have a little playground, perfect for the kids. That also kind of helps me to where I won't have to make so much area for the kids outside, although there will be some. And I mean, hey, you got the Cupcake Palace right next to it. That's where I would be every day. Me and my daughter. All right. And then we also have a canal with a cute little houseboat behind. I mean, this is idyllic. You know, I've made the lot traits to be chef's kitchen because, of course, we're going to have some primo delicious food coming out of here. Good schools. So this is in a really good neighborhood with really good schools. And I made it a sunny aspect, beautiful scenery because look at this place. You know, I mean, other than that Chipotle gray house, you know what I mean. So I'm really not hating on the goths. I don't hate the goths. I just don't like this house. I just think it's pretty ugly. But, you know, we can't have everything. So I'm going to go ahead and move that mailbox because it's going to keep spawning it if I don't. And I'm going to look at my reference photo here. I'm not going exactly by my reference photo, Frodo, because it's not going to be possible to do that in The Sims. But I just want to get a rough kind of outline of what I want to do. I definitely want to have some garages. And so how I'm going to do that, I mean, there's really no like driveways or anything. I mean, I guess technically that could be, but it's not even really a driveway. I mean, for a game with no cars, it's kind of, you know. Anyway, I would like to make everything about here. And I really would like to make it like a 2-car garage. So let me actually get out some cars just for reference. All right, so I've got one here. Yeah, I think that'd be about big enough. But what I'm going to do is probably make it slightly wider. And I'm just going to measure to see where I need my garage doors to be, because that will kind of tell us how wide to make this. I think I would like to make that maybe like one more on each side, and then bringing it like that. Yeah. And then I don't think I would like to have it to be double height. I think I just want it to be one height. Yeah, like that. That will give me enough room. I really would like to put like the trash can in here and stuff, and just a few other things to decorate. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have that as the garage. And then building onto that, I would like to make just a rough estimate of what this house is going to be like. possibly bringing that out a little bit more. Now I would like to have at least 4 bedrooms and then the mother-in-law suite. So it might even have like a 5th bedroom. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but we will figure it out. Okay, so that'll be top and bottom. And then also I will need basement for the mother-in-law suite. So let's get down to that area. And I'm going to pull this out slightly just to see where we are. And what I would like to do is kind of like, I don't know if anybody watched it because it seems like no one did. One of my earlier builds on this channel, it's like a one-off that I did. I have like this little area where it kind of is in the back and you can access it. So I think I want to try that. So I think it's going to be something like this. And then she can have her own little area out here, stairs going down into her own little apartment down here. She can have some time away, have her own little kitchen, all of that good stuff. So we'll be doing that, of course, at some point. But then what we're going to do here, I'm shifting everything, trying to look at my at my reference photo. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to make this little pavilion. Well, I guess it's not a pavilion. It's just like this little area above where like the front porch is. I think I need to pull that out even more. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I would like to give them a little bit more room than I see on my reference photo, because this is a big giant family. They need a big giant house, you know? So even bigger than Christina Joy's house, which that was huge to me. So let's go ahead and I'll put this down just to have a little porch area, kind of defining where I'm going to have certain things. This would maybe go here and all the way across. And I think that should be big enough for a little porch. If I do that though, I'm going to make this slightly longer. Oh yeah, that's more than enough room. And then I'm probably going to pull the entire house out a little bit slightly so we have more of a backyard. Okay, there we go. And that's just a little bit more forward. Then there are these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on the way that I'm seeing them. And this is just a rough kind of thing. Like, I don't know if I want to keep it exactly like this. This is just what I'm seeing on, okay, what's happening on my reference image. But yeah, we're just going to kind of go by that first and then make some adjustments as we're building, because it may not be exactly what we're looking for. I'm gonna pull those little flapadaps in too, and maybe pull that like a little slightly less. It's pretty big. Okay, and then yeah, there's also this gabled roof over the garage area. Okay, so we're working with that for now. I really don't like the way this looks. It's very ugly to me. It's not my style, but maybe I'll put that in a little bit more and shoomp you in too, and then just move you like that. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. So the roof line on the second floor, it's got this sort of like weird half-hipped roof. Let me just see what I can do, because I don't think that's gonna look very nice. Let me just try a gabled roof this way first. So what I did was I actually pulled the whole build in by like a tile. It was just very wide and weird looking. This whole thing is just kind of like not the prettiest to me, even in the reference photo, but I'm overlooking it and we're working through it and we're gonna do it. So I also just put on this basic little half, well, I don't know if it's half gabled, sorry. If it just a gabled roof. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on some pillars. They have these like half rock pillars, which something like this might be okay. Let's keep looking though. The style of it is kind of like this. The house is like a brown color. and that might be kind of the ticket. So let's experiment and see what we can do with this. It just feels like, I was like, why isn't it touching? Because it wasn't touching. There you go, much better. And then I hope there's some kind of like little stone fencing that I can use, because it looks like it's a stone, kind of like this fencing. Let me see if I have anything that will match even remotely here. Honestly, I think just this one and this darker kind of like top swatch, I think that's what we'll do. And maybe I will try to change that a little bit. Yeah, like that. So that's not such a warm, okay, let's get down on the level where we're not flying up into the air. Yeah, that's a little bit better on that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Oh, and I also raised this up slightly on a platform or foundation. I feel like it just kind of needed it, and I can kind of adjust the terrain around these so that it can look more like it's up on a slight slope for the garage. And then we'll just put in a few windows in a bit, but let's choose the color of the home. I wish I could change the color of these. Now, I was debating when I thought about making this house on if I'm going to do any custom content. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm leaving it the way, just with base game and all the packs and stuff that I own, and calling it a day. I use a lot of custom content with Christina Joy's house, which is completely fine. I'm just kind of in that mode of like, you know what, let's just use what we've got, not get too fancy and fussy. And that's mostly because I couldn't really find anything that I liked. So the closest thing I'm going to be able to find to what this house is like is this from Seasons. Yeah, from Seasons. On the bottom, and it just kind of matches in with that rock that we've got. And now that I see that, maybe I want to do some half walls instead of this, and just kind of match that so that it's more cohesive. Let's just put you down here, and then you and you, and we'll just grab these, and that will make it more cohesive how we need it to be. None of these pillars really match, so we're just going to go with those. They're not exact, but it's fine until I can find something better. It's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the upper color here and here. And you may have noticed that I have all of this siding from growing together, and I'm actually going to be putting that on the back of the house, because in the reference photos, looks like that's what they've got going on the back and the sides of the house. So we'll be doing that too, just because we can. One thing that I'm not putting on that this house does have, though, is a third garage in the back. I'm just thinking because we have this little walk-in basement, or walk-in basement. Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't know. It would be kind of weird to have another garage here, plus how would you get back here? It's such a tight spot. So, and I want to have some room for entertainment too, like a pool or whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and have that way. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some of these roof trims on. And I think I want to do some of these corrugated metal. Now, it doesn't have that on my reference image. I just think that's a little bit more modern and nice. And if this does not look like a Chipotle, oh, what happened up here? Hold on. Hold on. I think we wrapped around our gray siding and I didn't realize it. So let me fix that real quick, because I want this on the front. Or maybe I just forgot to put this on. There we go. That's going to look more cohesive as well. So I think that's it for the outside. Let's go ahead and try to find some kind of foundation. It might just be some kind of rock foundation as well, although you really can't see it. It's just a dark brown trim, which is completely fine. But, you know, it's there. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and raise up this terrain just a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more even. That's not going to work. Let's get you flattened down. Okay, now I'll put some concrete down. going to make that pretty hard for the softness. Put the grid on real quick here. And what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to see where our driveway can be. I did mess around with the terrain tool a little bit off screen, trying to kind of flatten this as much as I could, or like smooth it out. It's just kind of, it's kind of jubbly. So it's like, you can see it's like slowly kind of like flattening out slightly. There we go. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. I mean, that's pretty good for a driveway, I think. So we're going to leave that there. And then I would like to put maybe that same terrain paint here, just coming up the walk. I'm going to make it like 1 or 2 tiles smaller, like that. Maybe between those two, and then just coming down. And then we'll fix ya. Don't you worry. We'll get you tightened up. I think that's about good. Yep, I like that quite a lot. So as always, I'm going to kind of hold off to put windows and stuff in, but let's go ahead and we'll put a front door at the very least, and that way we can have that ready to go. And in the reference photo, it's kind of like a windowed door. So let me see if I can find something similar here. Okay, while this door is not exactly the same, sorry, I had to kind of wait for a moment because we had motorcycles going by, but I have this from Growing Together. Yeah, that's Growing Together. And I think that kind of fits the vibe I'm looking for. It doesn't have like the panels in the door, but it does have them around the door for the windows. So I think that would be fine. I think we're going to kind of have that and leave that there. And then before I forget, I would like to put these guys inside just so that we can kind of have some semblance of this being able to be opened and closed. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. They're lined up. Yep. So I think that's going to be it today. We didn't get too much done, but we've got the shell. We've met the family. And you know what? I think this is going to be exactly what it's supposed to be. So next time we'll be starting, well, not really starting, we'll be finishing up some of the outside of this house. I think I do want to not do all of like the entertainment stuff first, but I would like to maybe put on a few little things on the outside, like maybe a few little pieces of landscaping and things like that. And then we'll be working on some other little yummy things as well on the outside. Probably try to get the majority of the front of the house done in the next one, and just kind of take our time. And I will off screen maybe look at those pillars and try to match them a little bit better. They're not quite what I'm looking for. And the fencing as well, like the tops of the fencing, now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, look forward to, I believe it starts next week, the 19th. And again, I'm technically like a week ahead. So I think it'll be like 2 weeks for you guys. I'm going to be starting to film some Stardew Valley. So if you're excited for that, leave a like and a comment. If you like this house, leave a like and a comment. It helps me out really, helps me out a lot. And anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make good choices, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.